Pisces, welcome back to Distilled Tarot. My name's Shannon. I'll be guiding you through today's reading. This is our daily reading for June 21st, 2025. Let's see what's going on with Pisces. If you guys have been watching the Pisces videos recently, comment on how you like this lighting. I've been working on it. I did actually start filming earlier today so that we could have natural lighting. But the dang landscapers came. They were making such a racket that I had to stop filming for half an hour. And so I found myself starting your reading at basically the exact same time as yesterday. So I was like, oh, despite my best efforts, you guys. But I'm kind of happy with this lighting setup. I think it looks okay. Let me know what you think. Still a work in progress. Starting off your reading, we have the Six of Pentacles. So this is a relationship between those who are well-resourced and have something to share or give, and those who are in need. It does place this person in a position of deciding how to dole out those resources. So I think that's part of kind of what we're focusing on now. But you might be the one, like, are you the have or are you the have not? You might be looking for an investment because we have the Seven of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. Your challenge is the Four of Cups. If you're asking someone for resources, can you loan me some money, or will you contribute painting supplies to my artist retreat? Whatever request you have it's falling flat. And I want to say, I'm getting that it's like you're focusing too much on what you want and not so much on the benefit to the person who would be giving. You're making it about you when you could sort of flip it and really highlight, like, people in your industry who donate, who have philanthropic efforts, are really doing well on social media. If we post this, it's going to look really good for your brand. I think there's a real opportunity if you shift the message to focus on what they stand to gain or the benefit to them. Yeah, so it is kind of feeling more energetically like you're the one in need, or you have an ask. You have a request of, I don't think it's even one specific person. I mean, I think you have a specific person in mind, but I think it's more like, I'm looking for painting supplies for my artist retreat. Will it be Blick? Will it be Michael's? Will it be, like, what source of painting supplies will it be? You might be approaching everyone that you can think of. For whatever reason, spirits really drive, like, I'm having trouble moving on with the reading at the moment because they're just, like, so strongly trying to convey this energy of they need to shift the message. Now, I don't know if that means that you're focusing on trying to get in touch with the wrong person. Like, this could be you're trying to contact the CEO when it should be the director of marketing. It could be that sort of a shift. Your focus is on the Eight of Cups in reverse. There's some sort of unfinished business that you're going back to tie up loose ends, maybe reap what you gained in the past and capitalize on it so that you can build on it. For others of you, this is a relationship context, and you are making a request of your partner. And again, it's still that undercurrent of making it all about you and your needs and not necessarily about the potential benefit for them. Like, maybe you want to travel more and your partner hasn't been really interested in travel, and you're not having the conversation about, well, their hesitancy to travel is because you always insist on taking the red eye and they like to sleep in, and you want to go to places where you can have a lot of outdoorsy activities, and they're more of an indoorsy person and they like going to museums or art galleries. So they would travel more if you would take a later flight, even if it costs more. You would allow longer time in between stops so that they don't have to hustle and rush and feel stress throughout the experience of traveling. And then it would be focused and centered around things that they enjoy. So if they get a benefit from it, they would be much more open to traveling more with you, and it would be a win-win. Let's see, what led up to this in the recent past? We have Temperance and the Page of Swords in reverse. A lot of patience surrounding waiting for someone to reply. I think this is your Four of Cups character. There was a request made and someone's not getting back to you or not answering. I think it's like, well, I'm not gonna hassle them for a reply. I'm gonna wait. Did they reply yet? No. Did they reply yet? No. But there's this undercurrent of feeling like it's gonna all work out, it's all gonna come together, despite the lack of evidence to indicate that. Like, there's no communication. The message wasn't coming through. Let's see. From your higher self perspective, what is the good thing that can come from all of this? Ten of Wands and High Priestess. This indicates that you've been sensing that something is bound to be over soon, sooner rather than later, and the ending is near. The good thing that can come from this is that you will feel you gave it all that you could, you saw it through, you'll feel good about your contribution to whatever this is, and it will feel complete. There won't be unfinished business. I'm not sure how that applies to your situation, but it feels like that's the message, like for that position. Your intuition has been telling you for a long time that this thing is, you're gonna see it through, but it's bound to be over. Okay, in the near future, we have the Six of Cups in reverse. You're no longer idealizing something. The fantasy aspect of it is over and you're left with the reality. It's not all you hoped it would be. There's a real like bummer aspect to this. It's not so much like a deep sadness, but it's like, you know what, that's a shame. I'm bummed out. I thought it was going to be great, but it ends up that I wasn't really basing that on reality. It was more I was fantasizing about what this would turn into. At least it's going to be real. Like you'll have the information. You won't be wondering anymore. There's no space left for fantasy. This could really be a breakup. We could just simply be talking about needs being expressed. I want this from you. The person on the receiving end of that is like, no, I don't want that. That doesn't sound good to me. That makes me feel, I don't feel happy about the prospect of giving that or following through with that request. There's been a lot of waiting about communication. Someone's coming back around. You might have been hoping that you've been waiting for communication with someone, and you've been on a break, and they come back around, or you're waiting for them to come back and finally have the talk where you're no longer just hoping. There's no mystery. You understand the facts of the matter. But I think it's indicating an ending. Let's see how this reading shapes up. Your surprise element is the Nine of Swords. This is either someone expressing that they've really been stressing out, maybe feeling guilty or ashamed, and you didn't see that coming. You're like, oh wow, I didn't know you were feeling that way. Or whatever happens puts you in that state of mind, and you're like, oh no, I didn't realize that I was affecting you that way. Now I feel bad about myself and ashamed of how I behaved. It looks like either way, it's going to be a difficult time. Your hopes and fears, we have the King of Wands. You really want to stand up for yourself, stand firm, but you want to be seen as someone who is charismatic and desirable and attractive. The actions that you take are perceived as honorable and worthy of respect. You really have this vision for yourself, but more so you want to see that reflected back to you in the eyes of your partner or your friends, your social circle, society. And if that isn't ringing true for you, then it could be more that perhaps you're looking for that in a partner. Why can't I have someone who exhibits this King of Wands energy? Who behaves honorably, who feels empowered because they walk their talk. They have the follow through. Like, it's so sexy when someone does what they say they're going to do, and I can count on them. Will I ever have that? So these energies might be manifesting more like that in your situation. The end result, we have the Seven of Cups in reverse. I think because we have the Six of Swords there at the bottom of the deck, when this comes out, that tells me that you're going to be like feeling very relieved about a realization maybe that you don't want it anymore. Like, oh, this had an emotional hold over me. I was always so tempted and wrapped up. Like, it would tug on my emotions. Like, I need to, in order to feel desirable, I need to connect with this. Or in order to feel good about myself in some other way. But you're no longer, like, tugging on the heartstrings. It could be resolving just more of a temptation. Overcoming your temptation to connect with something that's like doing you a disservice. Maybe addictive behavior, maybe an attraction, or feeling like you just can't pull yourself away from a partner or past person who's bad for you. If that part is resonating, then this is indicating that you're likely to stop feeling that way. The pull isn't going to be there anymore. You'll look at them and feel nothing. Fingers crossed. And I don't mean for that to sting. If you're not ready to hear that, I apologize. But I mean, in that sort of a situation, once you get there, you'll feel really relieved that you do feel that way. Your advice, if you want to make the best of this situation, is to realize that any shortcomings that you're perceiving in yourself or that get pointed out by others are actually opportunities for you to grow into a greater expression of yourself. It's pointing out this disparity between you and your environment, where it's like the environment is saying you're ready to be better, you're ready for more, you're ready to be that divine feminine, let those energies live through you. You don't have to feel less than, you don't have to feel not good enough. It may just require a shift of your environment. It could require some looking within, getting to know yourself better, working on areas of yourself if you feel like, you know what, I really need to be better at that. I need to be more emotionally grounded, or I need to be less reactive, or I need to be more independent when it comes to like believing in myself without someone else telling me that I should or that I deserve to believe in myself. Either way, the universe is encouraging you to see the good in you, see the potential, and get ready to rise up into a fuller expression of your feminine qualities. So Pisces, I hope this helped. Have a great day, and I'll see you back tomorrow.